an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
So guys, Danish deception guy is hiding out in Tulum, where I live, and he is scamming multiple people from the Run Club, different women. Like in the last month, it is very apparent that he has no intention of stopping this, but he's here.
There you go. He out there in Tulum.
All right, guys. Thank you for blowing the video up. I'm not surprised because this man is on a rampage. So he is in Tulum, and the ladies that he has scammed. I know there's a lot of discrepancy in the comments on, is this scamming or are these women at fault? I have no opinion on this, honestly. I think that when you like have a want or need as a person, you're going to take or give. And I think sometimes women want to give because I think they get something in return. You know, I don't really know, nor do I really want to like argue about it, because it's like we don't know the full situation. There's two sides to every story, and the truth somewhere in the middle. Anyway, here's the tea. So he came to the Run Club. I was there. I remember seeing him because I was like, this man, like he stands out. First of all, he stands out. He's massive. Okay, there's a negative aura around him. I know that's very Tulum of me to say, but there is. And he's like very tall, and I just remember he had these like beady little eyes, like he was like looking right through me. And so he started dating one of the girls from the Run Club, and she ended up giving him $2,500 because he told her some sob story. Another one of my really good friends went on a date because they matched on Hinge, and she said, I knew there was something off about him. Like there's like she said there was just like a weird vibe to him, and she was like, I didn't want to go on a second date with him. And I think that's very fair and a good analysis for her. And then another girl he was staying with for like a week, and basically,
Wait, I gotta say, she went on that first date, he smashed, and she didn't go on the second date. Okay, man, let's just say these women that say they go on dates. Oh, I didn't like him. Nah, you let him hit. It was a one night stand, and then you found out who he was, and you tried to make it seem like, oh, I dodged that bullet. No, the fuck y'all don't. These women do not dodge red flags. How many story times do we have to watch that when women get all these red flags? No, y'all don't see them. Y'all see that guy? Man, they was definitely clapping. At this point, he's selling D. He's selling penis everywhere, all around. And these girls are buying it. Because they're like, oh my God, this can't be. Look at this guy. This girl, had she not been a TikTok whore and watched all the TikTok story times, she would have never knew who he was. And when he looked her in her eyes, she said she felt him staring down her soul. Her panties got wet. That's what that means. I don't want anybody to let y'all be fooled. This is why women miss red flags. Unless you watch TikTok, you'll miss the red flags. These women been sleeping with that man. That's why he's still out there. It sucks, but it's true.
the last thing I've heard in the ether is that he got hit by a taxi. I'm not effing. But he got hit by a taxi, apparently. And if I hear anything else, I'll let you know. But I know he's still in Tulum. And honestly, if I saw him, I don't even know what I would do. I would just look at him and just try to get a read, because at this point, the first time I saw him was at the Run Club, and there's just he has a weird vibe to him, I would say. But I guess that weird vibe can pull people in, and I know we keep going back and forth.
The weird vibe. No, the weird vibe is you actually knowing who this man is from TikTok. That's weird. And then you said the weird vibe that pulled people in. What? That he's fucking 6'4", built like a damn John Samoa. What's that dude's name? John Mimosa, whatever his name is. Bro is built. And out there with his shirt off in Tulum, man, y'all girls don't give a damn about no Danish deception. Y'all gonna fall right in. Y'all gonna slip and fall right onto his dick, and your coins, your coin purse gonna fall out. Y'all gonna be broke by the end of the trip. Be like, damn, I didn't emptied out my savings account for this man that said he was gonna come back and see me. What happened, girl? You got swindled. Like I said, he's selling D right now.
And like the comments about this girl Anyeka, but like. Sorry, I had to do a quick Google search to make that's how you say her name, because let's just keep arguing about this woman. Anyway, I will keep you all in the loop of what is going on here in Tulum. Side note, side plug, I'm hosting a women's retreat here on January 28th to February 1st. So if you're interested in coming down and working on branding, content creation, as well as doing all.
I was about to say, all them women about to get smashed. All of them.
So the girls reached out to Anyeka and they told her about it, and Anyeka just posted a video and like literally shared my video in that. And so there's like confirmation and receipts all shared with her. And like, guys, this guy shouldn't be doing this in general. Like, it's obviously a really shitty thing to do, just to like scam women, right? Scam, bamboozle, hypnotize, whatever the hell Martin's doing. We don't know. All I know is when I saw him, I didn't want anything to do with him. And like, I typically like blonde men, but like there was something off-putting about him. Okay. But the update is on Bigfoot.
Cap, she saw his ass from across the room and recognized him from TikTok. Other than that, she saw him and was like, damn, look at that. And then she was like, wait a minute. See, if you're not watching TikTok, you would fall for this man. Man, girl, 210, count me in, okay? That's what you give. 210, count me in. Okay, but I don't. Yeah, you would have let him hit. And you probably wouldn't even have been his type. So whatever. I don't think he's a 210 type of guy, honestly.
He is like, he's left. Like they said that because they told him, Anyeka, no, like everyone knows now who he is. And Tulum is like a small town, right? Like everyone, it's like literally gossip spreads super fast. And yeah, no, he's left. So unless you want me to go to the airport right now and go see if I can find him, that's my last update on this, because he has fled the country, probably on someone else's dime.
I cannot believe I'm making this video so soon after finishing my series, but I just received word from a woman that was conned by my ex in Tulum just last week. I'm sure some of you have seen the TikTok circulating from individuals that have seen him in Tulum. If you haven't, I'm just gonna play a short clip for you guys to see.
So guys, Danish deception guy is hiding out in Tulum, where I live, and he is scamming multiple people from the Run Club, different women. Like in the last month, it is very apparent that he has no intention of stopping this, but he's here.
There's another TikTok that was circulating that included actual photos of my ex, and the woman that reached out to me is actually the woman that's in this photo. She told me he's telling people that he founded a tech company that he sold to Facebook, and he moved to Tulum to retire, and he moved there from Dallas after ending an engagement with a woman that comes from Nigerian royalty. You cannot make this up. Out of respect to her, I'm not going to talk about how he conned her or how much he took from her. But what I will say is that there was another woman that reached out to her that said that he physically stole money from her. And when she confronted him, he got very, very aggressive and she was actually fearful of him. The whole purpose of me making this video is to bring awareness.
Wait, did he physically steal money, or is he an armed robber, or is he just swindling these women out of money? Like, I don't get it. Honey mama said, I ain't falling for anything 5'11" or taller. It ain't for me. Oh, you like short kings. She likes short kings. No, but for real, he's not robbing women. These women are giving money to him. If the man physically stole money from you, then you'll have receipts and you can you'll get him arrested, right? You'll get a warrant out for his arrest. He don't. He's traveling. He doesn't have a warrant for his arrest. You 4'11", good God. I could put you on my knee and bounce you on my knee. Wanna go?
This girl was not conned last year. She was conned last week, which means it happened after my series was put out, which means that he truly believes he's invincible, and hearing that he's acting very aggressive really does cause me some concern. So try to share this and let's put this out to as many people as we can, and I hope you guys stay safe.
Hi everyone. So I have been sitting with some heavy truths over the past 3 months, and I wanted to take some time to speak honestly with all of you about why things unfolded the way that they did. Something that I have learned in therapy is that I will always live with the guilt of the damages caused by my ex-husband, guilt for bringing him here, guilt for ignoring the red flags, and guilt for believing in a man that I shared a life with for 3 years but somehow never really knew. I can't carry the blame of someone else's crimes, but I can acknowledge the weight of everything that's happened, and I can acknowledge the reason as to why I got to this point. And I've replayed in my head countless times how I missed the signs and what I could have done differently. I'm learning, healing, and taking accountability for the part that I did play, which is letting love blind me and staying when I should have questioned more. That is on me. I ignored my instinct, not because I didn't have them, but because anytime I felt like something was off, there was always an explanation ready, and most times doctored proof. He knew how to soothe my doubt. He knew how to make me feel guilty for even asking. He knew how to distract me with intimacy and affection. And let me tell you guys something, that emotional conditioning is not built overnight. It's slowly built. And by the time you realize you're in it, the fog is so thick, and I didn't even recognize the person that I had become. A lot of you think I was blinded because I was naive and desperate to save my marriage, and those reasons are true, but it goes so far beyond that. I was blinded because I love someone that built an entire world that was designed to feel safe. And the crazy part is that I did feel safe with him. He mirrored my values. He knew all the right things to say at all the right times. And he created a version of himself that was meticulously engineered to earn trust, not just from me, from anyone he could target. I was blinded because I always believed in the good in people and truly did not believe that someone that I loved so deeply and cared for could be capable of this kind of evil. And the reality has left a scar on me that I will carry for the rest of my life. When the truth came out, I was so lost and in such a dark place, and I was overwhelmed, ashamed, and confused and terrified that more people were being hurt in real time, and that guilt was keeping me up at night every single day. Sharing was never about running from accountability. It was about processing something that was huge while also protecting others that might fall into the same trap. And I didn't have the luxury of sitting on this for months because he's actively dangerous and hurting people. I shared quickly because silence protects abusers, and every day I waited, someone was getting harmed. I will make things right with my friends and family, but it's also very important to me to help potential victims because the pain and devastation that this man has caused in my life, I do not wish it on my worst enemy. I can't change the past, but I can promise to move forward with awareness, honesty, and a better understanding of myself. And I wanted to take the time to say thank you to everyone that has showed me grace and empathy as I go through this. Hi.
All right, so I forgot I did this while I was in Mississippi last week. It was I did 3 lives because they kept messing up because I was in a hotel internet, and I hate traveling and have shitty internet, bro. And it's just it gets on my nerves because it costs me more money to pay for the better internet, and I just can't do what I want to do, and it's just not. But anyway, so I had a 6-hour I had a 6-hour live. I broke it down into 4 parts. I haven't released the 4 parts because I haven't been able to edit, but I do have most of it edited. So I'm gonna drop that tomorrow along with this part. Because, and you know what's crazy about this mess? Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to this video. This woman, everybody's calling her delusional. Everybody's saying that, look, we get it. We get it. You fucked up. But because you took accountability, ignorance is no excuse for not knowing what's happening in your life. And you got to say that to people in crime and people in real life. Ignorance is no excuse. The ignorance to not know what is going on in your life. I hate it so much when people try to blame their willful ignorance on somebody getting over on them. And it'd be the stupidest stuff, because some of us have actually lived lives outside of the 4 walls of our house. Maybe your house got 5 or 6 walls. Doesn't freaking matter. But what I'm saying is, if once you go outside that house, real life sets in. And if you can't tell somebody scamming you, matter of fact, man, it was somebody trying to pull a scam on me, and I was just like, something just ain't sitting right with this. And so I said, I called it, what was it? Anyway, for whatever reason it was, I put a stop to it. And I was just like, yeah, you giving me too much information. I need to stop. I need to figure this out. And lo and behold, had I not put a stop to it, they would have just kept pressing and pressing and pressing. But when somebody's scamming you, they'll give you every excuse to, if they keep you talking, as long as they keep you talking, they're winning you over. That is the part of the scam. Shit. And then that's why I'm like, when people be like, well, this is why I hate being a nice person. I hate being a nice person because I don't like just being rude and cutting people out. But sometimes I be like, look, I don't want to be rude, but you about to make me be rude, so leave me alone. Because you trying to get over on me. And one time, I was in Mexico, right? And if you go to Mexico, you book on a resort or a hotel, they be like, hey, if you come join this class, we'll give you a discount on the excursion or something like that. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm not knowing, but I go to it. And I'm sitting in there for an hour and I'm like, I'm not buying no timeshare. But they kept trying. And they kept trying. I'm like, look. And then the guy got antsy and he was like, well, you knew what you were coming to. Nigga, no the fuck I didn't. I ain't never been here. Like, I would have paid for the damn thing myself. It ain't like you saved me $100. And matter of fact, I don't even want to do all the damn excursions. I could have just paid for one, the excursion I wanted to go on, and been cool. But y'all made me feel like I was getting something. I don't have to sign, but y'all still have to give me what y'all promised. Y'all still have to give me the discount. I sat here and listened to your spiel. I don't want to buy it. You can't fault me for me wanting to spend my money. Nigga, I don't have to spend my money with you. And that's why I was like, man, get this man out of here. Because at this point, you about to get fucked up. But that's what y'all got to do to scammers. Because they pressure you, and every time you feel uneasy about something, it's a scam. Every time. Now, I wouldn't mind a timeshare that I would enjoy, like timeshare Orlando. I wouldn't go to Orlando. I seen a lot of timeshares when I was in Orlando, and because I was looking at timeshares in Florida, and I was looking at renting a place in Florida, but I seen the timeshares, and I was just like, yeah, they right on the beach, all that shit, but it looked like the projects here. Man, I'm not finna live in that shit for no 2 weeks. And even if it was, I want to live somewhere comfortable for a long time, not for 2 weeks. So I looked at a timeshare and I was like, this ain't for me. I would have took on more of the income or I was looking into buying into a timeshare where I buy it and I rent out my place for a timeshare. And that's what I was looking into. But the place was a fucking dump. And I was just like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna do it. And they were like townhome type deals where they were like, it was like a fourplex apartment building. It looked like a dump, but anyway. But I would have loved to have it, but it looked so old. I was just like, can't do it. Give me the furnished apartment down there. I'll take that furnished apartment. I like all that though. They tried to high pressure me into one, and I was saying no in every language. Finally, I said, "Get the fuck out of here! I'm on food stamps and welfare." You on food stamps and welfare, and they left you alone. Yeah, man, guys, sometimes you gotta be rude to these motherfuckers. I promise you, it's crazy. But that's how scams work, and that's how those timeshares work. I mean, not the timeshares, the people who try to sell you. It's not they scamming, they trying to actually sell you something because they get paid commission on it. But the thing is, they're pressure salesmen. Scammers and everybody are pressure salesmen, and they try to get you with sympathy, or they try to win. They try to get you with your feelings. Oh man, could you imagine like waking up in this place? Like, I mean, it's a wonderful. Look at how cheap this stuff is. Look at how this and that. You're the amazing view. This and that. And I'm like, bro, I don't want this shit. Although the place that we was in Mexico, it was like one street over from the main street. So the main street was like very expensive. The street over, like it was in Playa del Carmen. 5th Street was expensive. 10th Street least expensive. So you just get a resort on 10th Street. You just gotta walk one street over, and the mall and everything is right there, and it's half the price. And that's what they were selling, which is good because. But only thing is, the ocean stunk. It smelled like ass. I was like, ugh.
Everyday people.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as quick as 1 week.